Hello, Uggies Worldwide. I'm Dave Casler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. A box has arrived in the mail, I think from TID Radio. Let's find out. And what we'll do in this first video is just take a look at what's inside. Okay. It's always a little bit like Christmas to get boxes in the mail. This is interesting how it's packaged. There is no cushioning material at all. Here's the little thing, GMRS portable transceiver. Okay, now it says GMRS. Why do I want GMRS? This says Talkpod A36+ ham or radio ham walkie-talkie new. Okay, and this, we'll find out what model it is. It's a little packing slip, and I've got yet another box. Okay, let's open this up. Talkpod GMRS Radio's user manual. Here is a programming cable, silica gel, a piece of cardboard. Here is the charging item, and notice this has a US plug on it, okay? And then we have the ability to charge it. This is a USB-A and a USB-C, so we can charge the battery that way. And here is the battery itself. And notice that the battery can be charged straight separately without having to put it in the other box. And then we have the Talkpod itself. Okay, let's put this battery on. This is a Talkpod A36+. Okay, and we'll see what it really does. It says it's ham. Okay, so what we're going to do, oh, you put the battery in like this. It's got some holes to go in back here, and then click. Okay, and you've got the battery on. This is where the antenna goes. Here's a little antenna for it. Okay, let's see if there's any power in the battery. Talkpod. Okay, let's try putting in a ham radio frequency. 4, 6, 5, 2, 0. Okay, and it does seem to be talking on that. Okay, so this is the ham radio version. When I do the tests, I'm going to make sure that this will transmit in the ham bands and see if it accidentally has some capability to transmit out. We will also look at spectral purity. There's a nice robust handle here, a little belt clip, and a American style 5-volt DC. See what it says for the output. 0.3 amps. 0.3 amps, and it will give, oh, that's what, I'm sorry, that's what it takes. The output is 5 volts at 1 amp. 1 amp, okay. So that will charge an iPhone, but not an iPad. But that will charge this right here. So, two ways to charge: in the charging stand or direct into the back. This is very good for mobile use. You can go right into the back and recharge it with 5 volts. Now, and this is another example of how items in amateur radio are starting to move away from 12 volts to 5 volts. 5 volts is extremely common now because of iPads and iPhones, Androids, everything like that takes 5 volts. And our poor old 12 volts is being kind of relegated to the mobile and desktop equipment that we have. So this looks like a nice, interesting little radio. I will test it. This is a Talkpod. I also have a TID radio here to test, which I will. So there you have it. We have gone through the box opening on this. It looks like an interesting device within. And we'll see it says GMRS. What I'm afraid of is that they have taken a GMRS radio and just changed the firmware without changing the hardware in the output section. The last TID radio, or I'm sorry, the last Talkpod that I looked at did pretty well on 70 centimeters, because that's not all that far off from a GMRS frequency. But it really wasn't very good on 2 meters, because that is quite a ways off. So if they change the firmware, they need to have changed the, scratch that. If they changed the firmware, they need to also have changed the hardware in the output stage so that it will work on 2 meters. So there you have it. If you'd like to help this channel, go to patreon.com/KE0OG and see if something there works for you. And until we next meet, 73.